you know, you look at the second row, James Bentley, what a good recruitment he's been from St Helens, former Bradford Bulls player.
Yeah, getting players from probably the top team in Super League for the last 3 years, it shows that he's got the quality, and he's obviously won a grand final and done some really good things. And I think the things he's brought in, you know, some of the maybe culture things he's brought in and the things he has to say are really good for the group.
Yeah, well, we're getting close here now, but as you can see, emerging from the tunnel are the players. And it is Luke Gale who is first out here in the black and white today. So the first time he will have captained the Early Birds, as Hull FC have always been known. And it's a big game for them. They lost to Bradford Bulls heavily recently, but they had a lot of players missing on that particular occasion. And now wait for the roar as the Leeds Rhinos emerge here before their home fans for the first time in 2022. And there is a lineup here of Hull FC players, and I'm sure they will salute Tom Briscoe's achievement in this sport, not just for them, for Hull FC, but for what he's achieved as well. It's remarkable for somebody to play for just 2 clubs in rugby league and close in on 200 appearances and 200 tries. In his career overall, he scored 192 tries in 353 appearances. Welcome everybody to the Tom Briscoe testimonial. Always a big family day, and the little ones, the little tots, enjoying it just as much as Dad, I'm sure. And the hair stand up on the back of your neck on days like this.
Yeah, it's great to see the players forming a tunnel for him to come out in. You know, Tom will love that, and it's great. It's great that they can do that before the game.
He was telling me it was hard coming here in a funny way on the drive-in, how his emotions are. He'd love to get a try. He'd love to get one early, I'm sure. Yeah. But they won't be handing him it on a plate.
No, he's good at that. I reckon I back him to get a couple today, I think. Yeah, he knows where the try line is, doesn't he?
He certainly does. He knows where the try line is, as most of these fellas do these days. And welcome back to scrums this year as well.
Yeah, the scrums in today.
I'm not sure, but we'll soon find out, won't we?
I know we've been practicing them this week. We've got pretty short notice, so we'll see.
They probably should do. That's the way it's going to be. So the little tots are tottering off. They've done their job. All wearing number 20. Come on, Dad.
Yeah, I think it says Daddy on the back of the shirts, which is a great touch.
Yeah, it's your day, and they'll get a good look. There is Bentley wearing number 11 today. Very quickly, I'll run down the lineups again. Leeds Rhinos with Myler, Fussy Tour, Newman, Briscoe and Handley. Austin and Caesar at halfback, Telivano, Leeming, Oledzki, Bentley, Gannon and Smith. And Hull FC, Connor at fullback, Swift, Scott, Tomovavi and McIntosh, McNamara and Gale the captain, Fash, Houghton, Severs, Griffin, Savelio and Lay. Here we go everybody. We're off and running in a new season of rugby league football. It wasn't a bad kick either, it was a bit of a teaser. The ball was eventually picked up just behind the sticks there. Good crowd in here today, as you would have expected on this occasion. We've been starved of the sport for a few months now, so it's nice to be underway again. Expectation always high right at the start of a new campaign.
Yeah, the fans will be they'll be wanting a blockbuster performance from Leeds, and yeah, just see how they go.
Houghton at the start of this, move forward. Get over that 20-metre mark.
New 900 megabits per second Future Fibre with total home Wi-Fi. Same great value. Get our ultimate speed, reliability and coverage for just £49 a month, plus a £100 reward card on us. Search TalkTalk Future Fibre.
Race for life, for family. Race for friends. Race for colleagues. Race for future generations. Race for life-saving cancer research. Who will you race for? Sign up today to your local Race for Life event, and together we will beat cancer.
doesn't take long to settle into a game, I'm sure. The very first tackle for everybody is a reminder of just where they are on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that's all you need. Your first tackle, your first carry, and you're in game. As soon as that whistle goes and you're chasing after the ball, yeah, you forget about all your nerves and you're in.
So also we've commented about the number of injuries that Hull FC have got here at the start of the season. It's a big opportunity for somebody to put their hand up and say, look, I'm ready, I'm willing, and I want that first team shirt.
Yeah, the youngsters can do it, and I'm sure if they impress, the coach is not going to ignore the fact that how they're playing and things like that.
There is one other thing to just mention here in these early stages, and that is more substitutes than usual today, because this is technically a friendly game. The tries won't count in the records. Yeah,
just a trial game, and it just shows that it's the time for players to go out and try and impress and play with that freedom.
Houghton with the drive in and the offload as well. As far as Jordan Lane, who always is progressive on the field of play. Houghton, he got the record for the most tackles in a season on 6 occasions in Super League. That is extraordinary. Starting things off here, the early pressure is from the early birds. Well, if they get the first try of the afternoon, it will stun the home side, but they've got the opportunity, and it will be a first score of the afternoon for Hull, out on that left-hand touchline, and it is the winger. I said he lived up to his name, and Adam Swift only had to be Swift over about 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a great pass by Jake Connor. It's what he's known for, that cut-out ball. Great finish by Swift as well in the corner.
Well, they may be the underdogs coming into this match in most people's opinions, but they're first out of the traps. Here it is again, Adam Swift. He didn't have a lot to do in fairness, but he did it professionally.
Yeah, they all need finishing. Well,
it's a wonderful start for Hodgson's men. Always nice to, especially when you're away from home, it silences the home crowd.
Yeah, the Leeds fans that have come out today are, they're pretty stunned. Leeds have not touched the ball yet, have they? And probably not the start that we'd want. But let's hope we can, turn it around, have a good reaction from that.
Yeah, the one thing commentators always say, Jack, at a time like this, there's a long way to go.
Yeah, 3 minutes in, long way to go.
Well, all sides possess 2 or 3 fellas capable of putting the ball between the sticks, and Hull with the opportunity to convert this first score of the afternoon. It's really difficult from out on that touchline. Will hopefully drift in from the right boot here, trying to extend that lead to 6-0. And it is, the flags are raised. What a super start this is then for Hull FC. Absolutely brilliant start for them, Jack.
Yeah, great kick from Gailey, and put some 6 points ahead, so they'll just be wanting to do the same, get to the end of this set and get a good kick chase.
Well, he's kicked hundreds of goals throughout his career as Luke Gale, the skipper. Over 320 Super League appearances, what a record. And Leeds have yet to get into the game.
Yeah, let's hope they can get a good defensive set here and catch the ball in the full and get back at Hull.
Been some great players over the years who have played for both sides. The likes of Gary Schofield, of course, absolute legend in rugby league.
Yeah, Gary's always at Headingley. You see him up in the Emerald Suite all the time.
Loves his rugby league. Lee Crooks, another one. Here today. Like old times upstairs today with Roy Dickinson here, a former Leeds stalwart prop forward as well. Well, now Leeds do have the ball, so let's see if the Rhinos can hit back in this 5th minute. Well, we've just hit 5 minutes and it is 6-0 Hull in the lead. It's a very loud crowd today. There's a band beneath us.
Yeah, the fans are getting up for it now. Leeds have got the ball, so let's hope they can get behind them and be that 14th man.
Well, we all know they want to score. It doesn't really matter, but I'm sure Briscoe is figuring high in that hope. First a little carry here. So at least Fusi Tutu said welcome to Headingley.
Yeah, great carry. You can just see how big he is from that carry.
Excellent catch down here on this right-hand touchline as we look down from our commentary position. But it was a decent catch from McIntosh, who's been out for such a long time. Great to see him back. Everybody sympathises with a player who gets a serious injury like a cruciate or a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, probably not the start he wanted to his whole life, you know, moving from Huddersfield, but yeah, I'm sure he's in for a big year this year.
Yeah, Darryl McIntosh made over 100 appearances for the Huddersfield Giants. Now featuring in the colours of Hull FC here at Headingley. And it is Hull again with Tumavarvi, who feeds out the ball initially. This is where Houghton is always available, always ready, always keen to take things further forward. He's only made about 3 or 4 yards on this occasion though. Hauled down by the likes there of Oledzki. Well, it's Hull again threatening, and they really do look menacing. They're very sharp. They've obviously trained well, and Gale will figure here. They might get a second score before Leeds are off the mark.
Yeah, everything comes around Gale and Connor in this team, and they look like they've formed a really good partnership already just from the early stages.
Yes, very much so. There's a slight stoppage here.
Oh, Jake Connor.
Yeah, 7 minutes played, and we have an army of people coming onto the pitch at times like this. Other players take advantage of a quick drink of water or something. The only people who aren't allowed on are the coaches, I think, these days.
Yeah, they'll try their best, the trainers, and to get their messages on. They always find a way, don't they?
They always find a way, but Jake Connor will continue, I'm sure. He's just having a little bit of a treatment, as you can see here. Now here comes another one.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious now that I think that's a dock that's come on now.
Yeah, he was a contender for the Steve Prescott Man of Steel award, was Jake Connor last season, 27-year-old. He scored 6 tries. Early concern. Well, the crowd have been very noisy. So they've, I'm sure there's every musical instrument in the world down there.
Yeah, drum, trumpets, I don't know what there is.
Trumpets, the lot, yeah. Bazookas. Here we go, we're back on with Hull FC in this very encouraging position for Brett Hodgson. On the last, I don't think he'll go for the drop goal, but he will attempt the chip over here. It's useful, certainly. And he's going to be, well, he's done well to keep the ball. And the referee says a Leeds hand touched it, so it's back to 6. And play will resume with Ben McNamara. As it does, a little shimmy and a little sidestep there, trying to fool the opposition from Jordan Lane. Yeah, and again, this is Gale. As you said, he's the fulcrum of the team, the momentum all around Luke Gale.
Yeah, be a real test, you know, test his goal line defence. It'll be nice to keep him out here.
They certainly will. It's a promising build-up. It might be Swift again. Connor's joined in, so he's okay, quickly okay again.
Looks like he's holding his hand there after that pass.
Yeah, may well be. Quite a big pack. Probably not much in the size of the 2 packs here today. You do need big fellas out there. As Hull FC try to get the second score of the afternoon before the 10-minute mark. Familiar figure driving in there of Brad Fash, who captained the side recently in a pre-season warm-up. That's going to go dead, and it's relief for Leeds that they badly need, Jack.
Yeah, 7 tackle set now. Let's see what we can do with it. You know, try and get down in the Hull half. I don't think we've been watching it in that left-hand side yet.
No, I don't think they've been in the last quarter of the field at all, hardly. Now they have a chance. Crowd booing because they thought he was held down a bit there illegally.
Yeah, Foster 2 are earning the team a penalty. It's a great skill to have.
Chance to open things up here. Oh, here we go. This is a terrific break and not a long way to go. Can he get all the way? What a sensational score for the Leeds Rhinos! Absolutely sensational score. And Blake Austin at the end of it, but what a run.
Yeah, I think Harry Newman could have scored that himself. I think, did he pass it to Cruz Lehman? But yeah, great line from Harry on that right-hand edge, and yeah, hard to stop.
Yeah, Newman is tremendously strong, and he spots the gap here. He's going inside, he's going outside, and there's the final pass. Yeah, absolutely spot on. It is Cruz Lehman who gets the score. And the man who was born in Swaziland, as we say, has got the Rhinos' first try of the afternoon at Headingley in the Briscoe testimonial.
I think that's a great skill of Cruz's. Any type of break, he's pushing up through the middle, and that's how he got so many tries last year. He's really added that to his game.
Certainly there, Harry Newman, just 21 years of age, and he scored plenty when he went out on a loan to Featherstone Rovers as well. But it was a spectacular run.
Yeah, unstoppable at times is Harry when he's when he's firing like that.
You'll have found that out in training.
Yeah, many times.
Just to level things up. Right on the 11-minute mark. Should be capable, is capable, so we're back all square here. The Leeds Rhinos, thanks to that super score from Leeming, have brought themselves back level with Hull FC, and it didn't take that long in the contest either. Aidan Caesar's kick, of course, the former Huddersfield man. He scored 9 tries for them in 24 appearances. Also played for the Indigenous All-Stars in Australia.
I think
so always nice to get back level.
Yeah, I think Jake Connor's gone off the field as well, which is not good for Hull and all their injuries they've had so far.
Certainly not, because he is a key player, the fullback of Hull FC.
Gives another young player a chance.
Yeah, players come and go so quickly off the pitch, don't you? You can't keep your eyes on everything all the time. Leeds are just feeling their way back in, you feel, into this game now. Suddenly they've got a spring in their step, and here they go again. What another brilliant burst.
Ash Hanley there, straight through the guts of Hull.
We're building it up down this left-hand touchline. Not far away now. They've suddenly got the bit between their teeth. And from being adrift a few moments ago, they may well be about to take the lead here, Leeds Rhinos.
Good scramble defence from Hull there to get across and stop Foster-Tua.
Trouble for Hull. Leeds driven forward by Foster-Tua, and is he there, Newman?
Harry's tried it down the short side,
yeah.
Held up.
Yeah. They've suddenly put some sparkle into the contest.
Yeah, they're just getting that ruck speed up and playing fast.
But 2 brilliant breaks in the last 5 minutes have just changed the mood of the afternoon.
Well, Harry's gone off now as well. Harry's just gone off the field.
Yeah, the man who set up the first try.
Might have had a little niggle from that run.
I think maybe more than usual today. Players will take breathers, probably.
Yeah, I mean, coaches are not going to take any risks with the season, you know, so close coming. So it's probably just a smart thing to take him off if he's got a little niggle.
Well, he could come back, but Harry Newman has shown us exactly what he's capable of with setting up that score, the hit-back score. The crowd love that, don't they? There's always a big cheer when that happens.
Yeah. Cheap possession to give away from Hull, so let's see what if Leeds can build some pressure now.
"14 minutes gone in the Tom Briscoe testimonial at Headingley, and Leeds took a long time to get going today. Maybe that early try from Adam Swift did knock the stuffing out of them a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen a good reaction after that though, which is always good to see from the fans.
Here's an important thing for you, Jack. He's a good talker. You need good talkers out there.
Yeah, he's a real leader. I think him and Austin, they talk really well and they make it clear what you've got to do.
Well, he's pointing where he'll figure again in this move, no doubt. In fact, here he comes, Adam Caesar now. Slips the little short ball. Everybody wants the ball when suddenly you feel as though you're getting on top. And that's the way the Leeds Rhinos are feeling at this very moment, I fancy. Here is Caesar once again. There's newfound energy about Leeds Rhinos, but they've suddenly caught the habit of dropping the ball.
Yeah, Austin let go a bit there, but he comes up with a big tackle there. I'm sure he'll want to make up for that.
I think the crowd are loving every second of this. I say you're starved of it over Christmas and until they put those warm-up matches on Boxing Day. Leeds played on that Boxing Day. They won as well. They've beaten Wakefield and Featherstone in pre-season friendly matches. Hunslet to come.
Hunslet to come next week. Yeah, I think it'll be a youthful side we put out in eve of the Super League.
I don't know if you knew Harry Jepson. Those two teams, Leeds Rhinos and Hunslet Hawks, always play for the Harry Jepson Memorial Trophy.
Yeah, I've played in the game a few times. I don't know him, but I know the cuff.
Well, Harry was a wonderful, wonderful servant to this rugby league football club. Luke Gale, hand on ball, having a little chat with everybody. He's the Hull organiser-in-chief, no question about that. And a chance to get back in the ascendancy here. Led by Fash, 26 years of age now. So he captained the season, captained the team in a game last week. And he was proud to say he'd been the skipper. Anyway, Houghton at acting half-back. Nice little short ball from him, the ever-willing Lane. Gale, so close to finding and piercing that Leeds defence there.
Yeah, a little pop line from the back rower.
They've come left to right in everything. Gale first, Houghton second. Big chance here for LFC to regain the lead as they are no more than about 10 yards out, but it is the last tackle. And it will be Houghton who fling it out to Gale. We've seen these kicks a million times. Tries to find somebody in the same shirt, but I think Leeds have got it.
Yeah, Foster 2 are too big there, climbing over the Hull players to get the ball.
Important to hold on to the ball as well, which is what they've managed to do.
Tommy with a nice off. Oh!
Yeah, you can see the frustration there as he bounces the ball down into the ground, James Bentley.
Yeah, probably just focusing on the next play.
Frustration, but you have to put it out of your mind straight away.
Yeah, he'll make up for it in defence now.
Well, here is the answer to our question. We have a scrum.
Yeah, second one of the game. I think Leeds had one a bit earlier.
Yeah. But it's still Hull with the potential advantage here. Got the first try inside the first couple of minutes. Fash will take his time here and then eventually does feed the ball out to Houghton. I think there was a forward pass there. Oh, yeah.
Obstruction maybe.
Obstruction maybe, yeah. It's sometimes difficult to tell which, but what is certain is that it's a penalty to Leeds.
Yeah, obstruction. Oh.
And not finding touch either, so it does give the ball back to the visiting side here.
Back-to-back errors, it's not what you want.
Well, early season rustiness, I think we put it down to. Been a good start from Hodgson's men. They had a rocky 5 minutes, didn't they, when Leeds equalised and then looked like getting a second score. And you wonder how the morale might have been in the whole camp had Leeds got those two in quick succession.
Yeah, you'd have backed Leeds to score when they were on front, but Hull did really well to scramble and keep them out.
Reverse ball from Luke Gale. Wrapped up in a double tackle, still gets it away to Horton. Man in possession there is Carlos Tumavavi, player of the year for Hull FC in 2020. They've undoubtedly got some talent, just putting it all together.
Yeah, getting it all on the pitch at the same time. I think something we struggled with last year, but you know, we've got a real good balance this year.
Yep. Well, he was going one way, then he went the other, and getting closer and closer after that initial dart from McNamara, and a real opportunity for Hull there to get on the scoreboard. And that is early season. They made a real mess of that. Didn't quite read the same script.
Yeah,
but they are getting stronger.
Great tackle from James Bentley there on Luke Gale.
He'll come knocking at the door again, but once again the referee halts proceedings.
Yeah, another error. You know, a few from both teams at the moment, so they'll want to iron them out.
Well, that's what today's all about in many ways, isn't it?
Yeah, the trial game, getting things right, seeing what works, so you're ready to go.
I think that Leeming score was important for Leeds. If they'd been behind for a long time and then faced this barrage again from Hull, they might have started to get a bit worried. Interchanges happening all the time. This is where they've been strong, down that right-hand channel. I think so far, Fusty 2 has made an impressive debut.
Yeah, he's had some great touches so far, you know, just doing the hard work out of yardage.
Might get involved again here now as well, but yep.
Offside.
Yeah, very much offside. Spotted by the man in the pink jersey today.
Yeah, coaches hate them offside penalties. We've been giving a few away, and Rich has been going mental.
Yeah. I'm sure Richard Agar's a very calm man, though.
Oh yeah, he just he hates the little coach killers.
Yeah. Opportunity for Leeds again there. Well, they've managed to punch a few holes already when they've been in this area of the field so far of the Rhinos. We've just gone past the halfway marker of the first half at Headingley. Bentley held up by Gale with others. Tried to catch them unawares there by going on the blind side. Now it will come the conventional way. Rhinos players queuing up here for the honour of getting on that score sheet. Well they might. Well they might. Is he there? All wrapped up in the tackle. But it's going to be a score for Leeds Rhinos. And they hit the front for the very first time this afternoon. A good build-up and scrambling just across the line at the end of it all was that man who wears the number 4 shirt, Liam Sutcliffe.
Yeah, great move from right to left. I think a great ball and a great finish from Liam Sutcliffe in the corner.
Yeah, Liam wasn't in the starting lineup. He's been one of the interchanges. They're coming on, I think, probably for Newman.
Yeah, he came on for Newman, and then Tommy swapped sides, and Liam came on the left.
Caesar will have the kicking duties. He's got 1 out of 1 so far. First time for Leeds Rhinos to hit the front then, at 10 points to 6. They look sharper in the final third maybe than Hull. Hull have had a lot of play in the opposition's last third, but haven't quite capitalised as often as they would like. Leeds have scored twice in, what, 3 good opportunities?
Yeah, I think when you've got you know, Aidan Caesar leading you around the park, and he's probably more involved in that final third, it's paying off and showing what a great signing he's been.
It's what I call a left to right kick, this one. He's left-footed, of course. Will it suit him? quite. Well, I don't need to tell you what happened.
Yeah, off the post.
There's still 10-6 for Leeds Rhinos against Hull FC here with 24 minutes on the clock. Both sides have had little spells where they've got on top and looked like scoring, and yet there's still only 4 points in it.
Yeah. I feel like we've been patient. We've not tried to force a few things in that coming out of his yardage, but just showing being patient and getting to end of your sets, it pays off.
It's such a quick game. You really have to keep your eyes on this one all the time, which you might have gone tearing into it, and then here they come again. Ball in hand, Leeds have been quite impressive. A couple of errors creeping in, but it is early season. It is a little bit nippy. Do you feel the cold when you're out there?
I did Boxing Day. That was probably one of the coldest games I've played in. Not until second half till I won when I were in at half time.
Cameron Smith leading the team forward there, and then Caesar's kick. Well, it's knocked the ball back. That's the one good thing you can say there. At least he didn't fumble it forwards, in other words.
Yeah, well left, I think, if you want 100% on it.
Yeah. Hull team have had plenty of the possession right from the word go.
40.
Yeah. Looks useful.
Oh, he's kept. Oh, 40-20.
Oh.
I'd have to see that back.
Yeah, absolutely. Good defending, mind you. At the end of it, the touch judge has to say.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a replay of this.
Well, gets all much
Here we
further
go.
up the field of play, that's for sure. There you go, yeah. You're in. Oh.
Oh, play on.
Yeah, play. It was right. It did bounce up and it bounced back into the hands. Here
Big
they
test.
come again. Camped on the line, 4 points adrift. But big opportunity for Hull to square things up once again now with Gale.
Great movement from that right edge.
Yeah, three Leeds Rhinos players on the job, doing exactly what they have to do. Chance still existing though.
Great shot from Gannon.
Yeah, absolutely great. The game isn't just about scoring tries, is it?
Yeah, you've got to make tackles as well.
Yeah, Cameron Scott was at the heart of that. We've got a player on for Hull FC with no number on. That never helps.
I think it might be. Is it Litton, the young fullback?
Yeah. Davy Litton. That's not the best of, but Gale is so aware.
Oh, another test for Foster-Tua, and he comes out great.
Foster-Tua. I think the fans will take a big liking to him.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a real impact on this team. Is he lining up again?
It's been lively throughout the 28 minutes that we've been playing at Headingley. You've not have to be immensely strong at this sport. You've also got to have a right attitude towards it as well. You've got to be mentally attuned.
Yeah, you can have all the strength in the world, but you've got to have the brain to go with it.
Huge punt downfield, and it's Litton, and it's a good catch under pressure.
Yeah, Bentley first one there.
Yeah,
Great
Bentley
kick
was
chase.
first up.
Look to be really ramping up now and changing the way the game's going and building some pressure with the defence.
Yeah, you would still fancy Leeds to emerge victorious from this one. I think Tom Briscoe will be desperate to get a try today.
Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get over for one. Yeah. I'm sure he might have a kick at goal later, depending on how the game goes.
That happens, doesn't it?
I don't know if he's been practicing through the week. He should be.
Even in his back garden. Once again, nicely taken. He's gone through little phases here. Another strong run again from Sutcliffe, the 27-year, born in Leeds, born in this city.
Yeah, Leeds through and through. Only played here, and yeah, great. He's been a great servant, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got better as his career has gone on. That was it turned out to be
Great
a little bit
hands.
loose, but there's a one-on-one situation developing there. But it was Leeming who flung it out.
Yeah, great hands from Tommy to pick that up.
I'll ask you about Cruz Leeming's captaincy in a moment, having just taken over the job.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved.
Kicking for touch, not finding it. Litton on the spot. Yeah, has he made a big impact as skipper?
Yeah, he only got announced a couple of days ago, but even when he wasn't announced as skipper, you know, he had a real leadership role on the squad and lead by example, and the ultimate professional. So I think it's time for him, and he's the right man for the job.
He will have backup with other players, of course.
Yeah, Ash Hanley, vice captain, another one who, you know, done a lot in his career and speaks really well in the group and leads by example.
Yeah, you do need 2 or 3 players out there who are in that leadership group. A modern thing, but nothing wrong with that. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Leeds with a slender advantage and another towering kick to be taken, and is by Blake Austin.
Yeah, Ash took that well.
The band is striking up again. Do the players react to that?
I think you can hear it, but you know, self-consciously, you're not really paying attention.
Once again, a terrifically strong run from the 27-year-old Tongan. Sure, Leeds will be happy to take a 4-point advantage into the dressing room, but they wouldn't mind having another score before the break.
Yeah, it'd be great to get one before half-time.
Caesar once again involved, as is Sutcliffe. Once again hoisted by Caesar. Yeah, he had a nervous entry with that first kick, which he wasn't too sure about, but since then he's caught well.
Yeah, he looks really comfortable under the high ball.
Just 2 tries to the Leeds Rhinos, 1 try to Hull FC so far. There'll be more to come, I'm sure, in the second half. Bound to tire a bit as well in the early matches before the season starts for proper.
Yeah, the game's building really well, getting that set-for-set rugby.
That is one of those that gets the whole crowd rocking, isn't it? And it was Fussy Tua, and that was a mighty hit.
Bloody hell.
Careful, careful. That was absolutely massive, wasn't it? And I think, well, I'm sure we'll see this one again, but I'm not sure I want to do.
Yeah, I hope the young lad's all right.
Cool. Well, he's breathing. I think he's talking there to the physios who got to be on the field immediately. The referee's having words with them and saying, be careful, that is welcome to rugby league in Leeds.
Yeah.
Well, that's your first point of concern, isn't it, for the stricken player? It's absolutely flat out. And all around the stadium here at Headingley, you could hear the reaction. My goodness me. I won't say we don't want to see that, because it's partly why people come to watch the sport. That was a bit brutal.
Yeah, he's gone in with everything there. I'm lucky in training he don't go like that. He goes easy on us.
You would hope so. That's as dramatic a tackle as I think I've seen in a long, long time. But as I keep saying, the primary concern is the welfare of the player who was on the end of it.
Yeah, he's been down a while.
Yeah, and I
it's
think the
nothing too
referee is
serious.
saying that, unsurprisingly, he won't be playing any further part in this contest, and the stretcher bearers will be required here.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Litton, I think. The young fullback.
Yeah, he's not been on the field for very long. Funnily enough, I just commented about the fact he'd taken the ball well on numerous occasions since his introduction. He was not on the original team list for starting. Came on
For Jake
just listed
Connor.
as a youth player with no number, funnily enough, before the start of the game. But there could be quite a lengthy stoppage here, and this is always a bit perturbing, a bit disturbing as well to both fans and players alike. You know, it's a cold day and the players are sort of hanging around a bit now, as is absolutely necessary, of course. But just having a chat about the way things are going, about what's going to happen for the rest of the game, but at the same time concerned about the welfare.
Yeah, it's never nice to see a player stay down injured, and obviously it's a tough game, and accidents can happen like that.
One thing I would say is that the whole players, they do need space, to the medical people, so the whole players are staying well away from the incident, or the area where the incident occurred.
Yeah, you just let the professionals do their job, and he's in the best hands, and people were on with him straight away, which is really good to see. Both doctor there from Leeds and Hull, so he's in great hands.
Yeah, the spectators here are always sympathetic on occasions like this, particularly so I think in rugby league, where they realise you do get big collisions, and it is such a physical sport. There aren't many like it, really. I mean, you could talk about American football, where they wear massive padding and the helmets as well. Here, it's very rare you see a player wearing a scrum cap nowadays.
It's brutal. Yeah, you have the odd player in each team. I don't think we have any, but yeah, it's a brutal game.
This may take a minute or two here, but your clock will show 35 minutes played at Headingley. That's almost immaterial at the moment, as is the score. It's all about the treatment taking place for the player. I say with no number, so we do believe it is David Litton. You would know better than me on that one, Jackie. I've never seen him obviously before.
Yeah, the young fullback, he came out of the back of like a block shape, and it were well read by Fossatu, who's come and cut it down and read it really well.
And of course you have to have consideration for concussions nowadays as well. Players, if they are concussed, have to go straight away to be tested.
Yeah, they have the 15-minute break. I think it's a really good rule, to stop players from playing through, in head injuries that could, maybe get worse. So
the fans are very understanding. They don't mind the wait at all. It means it is going to be a very late conclusion to this half.
Yeah, the players are just keeping warm now, aren't they? Passing the ball and keeping the skill on, staying concentrated.
Yeah, keeping warm as much as anything as well. I asked you earlier about whether you do feel the cold. Here are the fans huddled up, and as you can see, there is concern. There's not a lot of chatting, just the young ones there, loving the occasion, of course, coming to watch. Some of them maybe for the very first time in their lives. Can you remember the first time you went to watch a match, Jack?
Yeah, it'll have been up at Batley. Spent most of my childhood, watching up there.
Wonderful Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, lucky enough to play for him a couple of years ago as well, which were pretty special.
Taking in their cups of coffee, tea, bovril, whatever, and well wrapped up for the afternoon. Here it is, the English winter still. And everybody will have their own version of events. I mean, we're fortunate that we have replays, as I said earlier. Sometimes you almost don't want to see them. But some of the fans will be a little bit mystified. They just take an instant reaction to what they see with their own eyes. And my first reaction was, ouch.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable tackle, and You just hope the player's all right.
Yeah, Jamie Jones Buchanan up there is been a great servant to this club as well.
Yeah, he's probably on the phone to Rich. Got his earphones in.
I think the word character can be applied to Jamie.
Yeah, he has some stories to tell. You know, he'll always come into training. He'll have a book that he's read or some type of, information that you've never heard of before, and you just listen to him. You could sit there and just listen to some of the things he's got to say. He's very insightful.
Yeah, he used to write a column for a Yorkshire newspaper quite a few years ago now, and it was fascinating reading because he gave a different insight to anything I'd ever read before about the game.
It's his storytelling. He doesn't just tell you something. He builds a story towards it, and he gets you interested. And I don't think there's many people that can speak like he can.
Well, there's another stretcher being brought out now as the mascot surmises what is going on as well. Oh, signing autographs that's a rather large paw and rather difficult, I would imagine, to do.
Yeah, Ronnie
Rhino, Leeds legend, yeah?
Yeah, good to see him doing the worm up and down the south stand.
Welcome to Headingley. It's a typical scene, typical shot you will get anytime you come here. Well, it is a bit disconcerting, this, obviously, and we can only repeat that we wish the young player well. It just breaks up the momentum of the afternoon. I mean, they should be back in the dressing rooms now, having a little chat about what's gone on.
Yeah, we were just saying how it were starting to go set for set, and they were building a good flow to the game, and unfortunately, I'm not too sure what's actually happened. It looks maybe his neck or something like that, but.
Well, that would have been my early assessment. That was the part of the body that appeared to be struck. But again, you can't from here. So we're what? Yards away, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe some whiplash or just a real big tackle.
Yeah, but there will be a sympathetic round of applause here at Headingley. But I'm sure he'll be certainly dazed. He'll be checked in the dressing room now, and one can only say, as the players applaud as well, we can only hope that he's going to be okay. There's another player, I think, come on for Hull FC without a number on. They have named several substitutes today, including another name I don't know. But, well, even up here there is applause on the gantry from Jack Broadbent for a sporting colleague, and we always in this sport do acknowledge that it is a family game.
Yeah, it's a family game, and we wish him all the best.
So it's impossible for me to tell you how long there is to go, despite the fact that the clock shows 35 minutes. That was probably about another 10 to add on, one would imagine. But the referee will have it in his hands, along with the timekeepers, to determine just how long. And it is Hull now, who have lost that player, who take the game to the opposition through Lane. Born in Hull, a loose forward, wearing number 13, a traditional number for a loose forward. You can't always go by numbers these days, and here comes the threat again. Seems quite a while ago now, since those first 2 minutes when they scored down this left-hand channel, with Adam Swift going in.
Yeah, it looks like McIntosh has gone to full-back and another young player's come onto the wing.
Yeah. Well, they have the menace, they have the opportunity. Do they have the score here? Leeds have defended their line well after that early concession. Clever little kick. Plenty of Leeds players there, but it is knocked forward. That will not be a score, despite the fact the ball is put down over the try line for Hull FC by Joe Lovadua, who has come on. That's no score. Lovadua's making his debut today as well.
He'll be looking to bring some energy to the Hull side, just before half time.
Well, they'll be keen to get going again. Nothing worse than standing around for 10 minutes or so doing nothing, thinking about what's happened. But it's back to this great game, this great sport which rugby league is.
Both sides have got straight back into it.
Yeah, as you would expect. And Caesar, another big kick. Taken quite calmly by Daniel McIntosh. As Hull FC trying to work their way up to the 20-metre mark. At times you almost forget what the score is when there's an incident like the one we've just witnessed. It is still Leeds Rhinos 10, Hull FC 6. Hull trying to find a way to get clear of their own territory. Here is the young man who's just come onto the field of play. I say wearing no number.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
No, they've listed two names I honestly don't know. Callum Rutland and Leon Stewart. There's another big who there. Last tackle. So it will be the kick. Work for the fullback here for Leeds Rhinos, and a lovely catch as well. Very good take indeed.
Yeah, Richie taking that above his head. Real good take.
Yeah, Richie Myler, good to see him in there at the fullback position. His fifth club, of course. His fourth in Super League. He started out Widnes. Penalty, chance for Leeds, and they take it quickly.
He's gone
they
quick.
call him unawares here. That was a brilliant, quick thinking.
Yeah, great play by Richie, straight down the middle, and gets us back on the front foot. You know, playing fast when we're at his best.
Yeah, there could be a spare man on the right as well as a result. That was really quick, inspirational.
You don't really see many quick taps anymore in this game.
Yeah, the band strikes up again. So close. It's an ankle tap, really. But here they come again.
6 again.
Always there, isn't he? Looks like might be loose, but it's driven into within 5 yards of the try line. Leeming, willing and able, and gets the ball away. Surely not from there.
Obstruction.
No, yeah, obstruction brings it to an end. Cameron Smith was plunging for the try line, but penalty awarded and relief for Hull FC. Nobody better than Luke Gale to calm things down again.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he knows how to run a game and control a team. I'm sure he'll be trying to get the grips of them.
Yeah, wasn't the greatest kick, but anyway, it found touch, which is the most important thing. And, we should now be just about heading for the tunnel, but we ain't, of course. Trying to punch a hole over on that left-hand side of the field away from us in our gantry position here at Headingley. It's always been lively, it's always been hard fought. Some last-ditch tackling from both sides to prevent further concessions. But at the moment it is Leeds who've scored twice to Hull's once. But this looks more promising.
Hull getting a little break down Leeds' left there.
Yeah, picked up by Tumaval. Oh, and another teasing kick.
Oh, great.
Take, a very good take. And he's unlucky, just slips there, having brought the ball out.
Strong carry by Ash there.
You just wonder if Fussy Toole was upset by that incident as well. It can happen, you know, when you see a player taken off who's badly injured and you were the man responsible.
Yeah, he's not that type of person. He'd never go in, you know, to hurt someone. He's you know, just a great bloke. So he obviously will be wishing the best.
Yeah, I'm sure
for the
he
young
will.
fullback.
No insinuation intended there at all.
No.
That's why we said earlier, it's such a mental game. You have to be mentally tough and physically tough. Well,
he's got the ball away.
Yeah, Through got the ball away. Crowd don't like it. Crowd never likes it.
No, I'd like to see him go in touch though.
Well, relief for Hull as the ball is flung right to left there by Ben McNamara. Still just 20 years of age, the son of the Catalan Dragon coach. And it's down the middle they go, concentrated in the centre of the field here. Got one or two bare patches on it. Opportunity here though, if they can spread this one, and that's exactly what they do. Shout of a forward pass there as the ball was thrown in field by Tumovavi.
Great scrambling defence by Gano there to get back.
It was indeed, and it's a Gale chip, but that one is a rather more routine take. The Headingley crowd think he's followed
Gale
through there, and the referee reaches for the back pocket.
10 minutes, the crowd will be happy to see that. I think it were more accidental than anything. I think he thought it would play on, not time wasting that the ref thought.
Yeah, Luke Gale of all people.
You know, trying to slow the game down. Professional foul, but I just think he thought it would play on. You know, a misunderstanding.
Yeah, he has to take the long walk.
Yeah. Early half time.
Early half time. Yeah, I'm not going to suggest he's first with a cup of tea.
I wish.
What do you have at half time? Energy drink.
Yeah, you know, just water, gels, caffeine, you know, just whatever it's individual, you know, to each player and what they find. Some people don't like having anything.
Well, there's been so many talking points. Early score for Hull FC, down through the wingman Adam Swift. Leeds are hitting back through a score from Cruz at Leeming. And we had a Liam Sutcliffe try as well, and then the young fullback Davy Litton carried off after a collision, call it that, with Fusitua. So no shortage of talking points for the fans as they will go away for their liquid refreshment. And, sorry to say this, impossible to tell you how long there is to go in this half, but it is Leeds with ball in hand, aiming to drive forward, aiming for just one more score maybe before the break, which they all thoroughly deserve. Bit of a crowd roar here. Oh, groans around Headingley Stadium.
Half time.
And that is the half-time break. That was the hooter, and it was as a pat on the back as well for the young youth player who's come on here. Oh, it is Barron. We can see the name now.
Ah, yeah, Barron, yeah.
Yeah, so he gets a pat on the back because Leeds might have extended their lead there, Jack Broadbent.
Yeah, we said they'd love to get a try just before half-time, and they nearly did that. And he's come up with a big play as Barron to stop that and get the ball out of play.
So there we have it. It is half-time here at Headingley. We'll be coming up with some highlights for you, but the scoreline in the Tom Briscoe testimonial is Leeds Rhinos 10, Hull FC 6. So this is the first score of the afternoon. I said Adam Swift was swift. He didn't have to be too much. He spent 8 years at his hometown club, St Helens, before joining Hull FC, and there he is flinging himself across the try line. And that was the first score of the afternoon here. And then this brilliant break from Harry Newman, who looked as though he could have galloped all the way to the try line by himself, and then he had the support and you would have known who it was. Just a little jink to his right, and Cruz Leeming hit back for Leeds Rhinos. Good driving run initially from Newman, and what support play from the new captain of Leeds Rhinos, Cruz Leeming. And then the only score we've had since then in this match, which has been disrupted, and Liam Sutcliffe, who'd come on as a replacement, just scrambling across the line despite the attentions of the whole defence, and that's why This try from Sutcliffe gives us a half-time scoreline of 10-6 in the favour of the Leeds Rhinos. So that's the situation of it here at Headingley. It's been fascinating. I'm sure the second half will be as well, and we will be back with that second half very shortly.
Witness the start of a new Super League season.
Leeds, possibly with the perfect start here.
How about that? A try from Crooks inside 15 seconds.
Tonight, after 429 days away, a large part of what makes rugby league great returns.
Caesar's pass out wide, McGilvray slips and dots the ball down. Moore ducks under the first challenge, almost gets round the second, does get round the second. Archie Moore with Price with the break, and Will Price with the try. George Williams, his first contribution for Warrington, is 1 point that maybe settles this game for his new club. Oh, it's intercepted by Eden. It's intercepted by Eden. Lewis Dodd is chasing him down, but Eden will get there. They have turned the tide of history here tonight.
Here is Mark Sneed from 30 metres. It's on target. It's charged down. Jordan Lane.
Sam Catiano has got the ball down. The lonely will win it for the Catalan Dragons. Cruz leaving wins the most amazing game for the Leeds Rhinos. Youngster will get his hat-trick under the posts. Price will cut infield. He will leave Leeds trailing in his wake, and Saints are going to Old Trafford. It's time to decide the champions of Super League in 2021. Nagama's been threatening all evening. Nagama will get over the line. It's dotted down. It is Mukmiki. Catalan 10-6 ahead. And Nagama is in for a second. That could be the game. They've done it for a third year in a row. An 8th grand final win for the Red Bee.
Well, it's a memorable day in many ways, this one here at Headingley, certainly for the testimonial of Tom Briscoe. Just a little bit about him really. He's just 31 years of age, but to score 90 tries for Hull FC and then 91 tries for Leeds, what we're hoping, or I'm sure what he's hoping and the home fans are really hoping for, is that he'll register one today. But he's managed to do that throughout his career. He comes from a very rugby league family. Two brothers both played as well alongside him, one at Hull and one at Leeds. So he knows all about the sports. He's been in love with the sport, and of course you can see there's all sorts going on here at Headingley, this wonderful rugby league venue. Just to add one or two statistics about Tom. He was born in Featherstone, so he had to be a rugby league player, no question about that. His first club though was not Featherstone Rovers, it was Featherstone Lions. He made his Super League debut for Hull in 2008, and those brothers Jack and Luke both played the game as well, and joined Leeds in 2013 and got a hat-trick on his debut against, of all teams, Hull Kingston Rovers. That would have been an absolute dream for him. fans have come to pay their tribute to a player who's given them so much enjoyment. I'm rejoined by Jack Broadbent here, and there's a wonderful link I always feel in rugby league between the players and the fans.
Yeah, just an example, last year you had players like, Connor, who's obviously not here, but he'd be running down the south stand high-fiving all, the young fans, and after the game we all, we go around, we clap the fans, and I think it's something you don't really get in other sports, and it's just, it's really good to have, that connection, and it makes the fans feel, more appreciated, and which we do appreciate it, and we need them, and without them we wouldn't have a job or a game.
I think that's because we all acknowledge what a physical sport it is. It's a grueling sport. Most of us in the crowd would say, no thanks, I don't want to play that.
Yeah, as you can see from some of the tackles that have been going today, and I think that sometimes, but seeing that, but watching it, I'm itching to to be out there, and I'd love to be out there, and yeah, from the fans, I'm sure they're loving it.
You're a good-looking lad. I mean, I've never seen your nose doesn't look as though it's been rearranged yet.
No, I try and stay away from them big contacts.
I am laughing because I think most of us just admire how good people are. I play golf very badly, but I always appreciate just how good they are when I play.
Yeah, I tried to play a bit of golf, but not very good. Like.
That's what I'm saying. You see, those of us who aren't as gifted as we would love to be admire those who are gifted well enough to play professionally. Yeah,
you can recognise how much hard work and time and commitment goes into it, and I know all those Leeds players have put in a lot of time in and a lot of effort to provide some good entertainment for the fans.
Well, anything can yet happen here this afternoon, but one poignant question, I think, is have you been surprised how well Hull have stood up to this test?
Yeah, that were always the case. They started with a really good team, and you can see some of their younger players coming on the pitch now, obviously with a few of the injuries they've had. And they've stood up really well. They've done a really good job for them. It'll be interesting to see what substitutes we make at half-time. Lifters bring some more energy, and you could see two totally different teams come out in the second half, and a totally different game.
It could be a totally different game. We say that many a time. It is 10-6, as you can see here. I hope you're enjoying the coverage here from Headingley on certainly my first game of this season, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the campaign, because every club starts with new aspiration. No matter about last season, whether you finished at the top or you finished at the bottom, a new season is always different.
You've had since September off, and you're always bound to be a bit rusty, and them early mornings in pre-season and dark mornings, it makes it all worth it when round one comes around, and that's what you do as a player. You do all the hard stuff when none of the fans are watching, to live for the Friday nights at Headingley Stadium.
What's it like waking up on a Monday morning having played the day before?
They'll be sore tomorrow, but I think Rich Unswick, who's come in, by the time you go home on Monday, he'll have you feeling, pretty much refreshed and ready to go again, for whenever your next session is. We'll go to Bannantine and go for a swim, massages, stretches, so they look after us really well at Leeds, and get you back to 100% as soon as possible.
I'm sure they do. It's not just about the 17 players who are out on the pitch on the day of the game. It's all about the support staff, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's something Leeds have got really good. We've got a real good support and network around us.
Rhinos are the first out. Fussy Tua has made a big impact on his debut here. I said earlier, I think the Leeds fans are really going to take to him.
Reece Martin looks to be on as well in the back row.
I go back to the great days. These won't be names even to you probably, but the Alan Smiths and the John Atkinsons, the Sid Hines, the Les Dills, the Bob Haigs. They have some absolutely wonderful players here at Leeds. They've always been at the forefront of the sport.
Yeah, if you go in the changing rooms, you can see the heritage wall, and they're really proud of the history of the club, and Gary really wants to showcase that to everybody.
And in terms of Hull, well, I get back to the Arthur Keegans and Peter Sterling, and it's interesting, one of the players who's out there today got a really strong accolade from Peter Sterling back in Australia on television, saying that he thought he was going to be one of the great players of the game over the years to come, which is always good to hear, because they do sort of love the traditions of this sport. And the great players of the past, everybody appreciates them.
Yeah,
we're just about set to go in this second half.
Both teams starting the half with 12 men. I think we missed Blake Costin got a yellow card as well.
Oh, well spotted.
When just
when
before
Luke Gale,
so both starting with 12 men.
So here we go. Let's hope we just have 40 minutes in this half, plus a little bit of added time. We don't mind that. But we don't like to see the injuries that we did see in the first half. And here he goes again. He's a really willing runner, isn't he? There's an anticipation every time the ball is in the hands of David Fusitua.
Yeah, I don't think Hull have put him on his back yet, which is real good. He gets us going forward and makes it easier for players like Mikolai to get on the back of it, like that run.
He's gone well in training, obviously.
He's going again as well, second carry in the set.
Yeah, wants the ball all the time. Typical South Sea Islander.
Reece Martin, first involvement.
Yeah, Reece Martin coming on, the 28-year-old who's got 7 tries for this club, following his move from Canterbury Bankstown. And unlike the first half, it's Leeds who are trying to take the game to the opposition in the second, and they've got the first penalty of the second half as well. Alex Miller, another who could come on here for Leeds Rhinos as well, former Bradford and Huddersfield player. So can Leeds get the first score of the second half inside the first couple of minutes, as Hull got one at this end of the pitch in the first?
Austin back on as well, so back to 13.
That should help against 12. And there's a big opportunity here. They are massing the ranks, and there's a big
Tommy's over.
The score. There he goes. Tommy Briscoe is the name. Tommy Briscoe is the try scorer. And the man who is having the day dedicated to him has the 193rd try of his career. He's nearing 200. He's done exactly what he wanted to do, what he said he would do on the day.
He said it'd be nice for him to get over for one, and he's done that. I'm sure he'll be loving that on his testimonial game as he claps the fans.
Planned move, and it was all planned that this man should finish it as well. Gets in from about 5 yards, it doesn't matter, it could have been a 50-yarder. They treat it just the same here.
They're all 4 points. I think it were a great link-up from Seas, Austin and Myler, showing their partnership really well.
Yeah, good start for the Rhinos in the second half, having conceded the first try of this match, but in a way it set it up as a platform.
Yeah, it kind of roles reversed in from first half to second half. Hull scored without Leeds touching the ball. Now Leeds have done the same.
Never the easiest angle.
Reece Martin taking back over.
Oh, what a kick. What a kick. A chance of easy goes up for Reece Martin. Well, that's an early impact from him.
Straight down the middle, yeah, that we're never missing.
So, not yet a stranglehold, but 16-6 sounds emphatically promising for Leeds Rhinos. So the onus very much on Hull to strike again, but it is Leeds first up with the catch and with the move forward. And there is Leeming, and here he is again. He's really hungry.
Yeah, his work rate's been unbelievable in his first outing in the Leeds colours. Ooh.
Another oof from my right here in the commentary box. This is a brighter start from Leeds, isn't it? I'd be worried now if I was a Hull FC fan. The race is on, the pickup is good, and then he'll be forced back over his own the goal line, and that's good follow-up from the Rhinos.
Yeah, it's a great set after points. You couldn't ask for anything more. Just get him in the corner, and then we've gone one better and force a dropout. Great awareness from Seas there to get the kick and the chase on the back of that.
So a much brighter start to the second half for Briscoe's newest club. He's only had two, but really has split his career between the two. The first half with Hull FC and the second half very much in the colours he's wearing today, the blue and gold, blue and amber, whichever you want to call it. Do you call it blue and gold or blue and amber?
Blue and amber.
Blue and amber, thought so, yeah. Something's changed in the game, that hasn't done. Always a terrific plunge forward. Great work.
Taking the short side.
Yep.
Sees.
There we have it. That's what you can't afford to do.
From his own kick and his own chase, he's come up with the 4 points.
Well, Leeds have made such a bright start to the second half now. You wonder, is there going to be any way back in this? Here it is. Let's have a look. Leeming knows exactly what he's doing. And yeah, there you go. Simple enough for Hayden Caesar. Just exactly what we expect of him. It's what he's done so many times over his career. Yeah,
he's really strong on the ball, and if he gets on that inside shoulder, he's going to be really hard to stop. Whatever the coaches have had to say at half-time, they've clearly listened, and it's working for him in the second half. Similar to when we played Bradford last week, the coaches told us to change a few things, and then we come out and did a similar thing. So
yeah, it's not a bad habit. And Martin, having kicked one from a far more difficult position, should be capable of kicking another.
You'd expect him to kick it.
Traditional applause for the try scorers. The players drop back. Martin puts boot to ball. Martin converts. And Leeds is suddenly romping into what looks like a very healthy position.
Hopefully they can do the same again and keep building that pressure and put the foot on the throat of Hull and really take him to the sword.
22-6 it is. Yeah, he wears the number 12, Reece Martin. I'll be honest with you, there was a sound of surprise when he kicked the first goal. It's because I was just checking on the number. He wasn't even listed in the starting 18 or 19 players that they've got here today.
Yeah, it shows how strong our squad is and how much competition for places there is.
Yeah, Sam Walters, of course, got a little knock last week, didn't he? So he's out today.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Sammy will be having an operation, which is not great news. So we're wishing, the speedy recovery.
Here they go again down the toss, and what speed here. Another try surely on the cards. It must be, it must surely be. It's another thrilling score. It's a typical Leeds Rhinos try, and it's an absolutely wonderful move here. Great backing up as well, and flying in for the score is the fullback, Richie Myler.
Yeah, great breakaway by Ash down that left-hand side, and in support were Richie. Crew's not far behind either. So yeah, great start to this second half.
This is going to be a very long half for Hull FC, I fancy.
Hopefully Leeds can keep building this pressure and going, but you never know. Hull just need the ball. I don't think they've touched the ball yet, so just one good defensive set will get them back into the game.
No, for Hull FC fans, I think we can excuse Jack for saying we because he is a Leeds player.
Yeah, apologies.
There's no need to apologise, we understand it entirely. This is your club and you've just got to try your team. So, but Hull must be a little bit fearful now because we've only played 8 minutes, well, just coming up to 9 in the second half, and already Tom Briscoe, Caesar, and also now Richie Myler have put their mark on their stamp on the game. This might be a familiar scenario.
Looks like Fossatua's days over as well. He's done enough to earn a break.
He'll get a big hand as he goes off. Is it going to be 3 from 3 with the kick for Reece Martin? No, it isn't. Oh dear, that's poor. I am joking, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
No conversion, but still Leeds 26-6 to the good. I'm sure he'll kick a few during the course of the next few months. I'm
sure he will, yeah. It's, I think we don't struggle for kickers. We've got Caesar and Martin who can kick really well.
Well, Liam Sutcliffe has kicked plenty of goals in his career.
Yeah, Liam Sutcliffe as well.
So 30 minutes to go. And I'm sure the Leeds Rhinos fans are absolutely revelling in this now. They've got what they wanted already with the Tom Briscoe try. And hopefully for him there'll be plenty of those to come. When I asked him about being 31 years of age and having a testimonial, I think there's a few more years left in him.
Yeah, definitely. He looks after himself well.
And Hull simply can't get going in this half. They look vulnerable every time the blue and ambers go forward, as they do again there with Cameron Smith. He's had a strong game as well.
All the momentum's with us at the moment. Hull just need to come up with a big play and try and turn the tide.
Yes, they do. It's looking ominous for them at the moment, though. Some lovely play here. Gaps appearing all over the field right now. As the Leeds Rhinos drive in through James Bentley. He's a renowned try scorer as well. He might not be on the end of this one because it's come from left to right. This time the Hull FC defence does manage to cope, manages to stay in the field of play though.
It's another great set after points from Leeds, finishing Hull in the corner, 95 metres on feet, which is really good.
Yeah, but it was on the left tackle, so Hull do have the ball at last. And they need to get away from this particular part of the ground. That is the substitute that we were talking about, is come on. Harvey Barron. And then down this right-hand side, Hull try to get up to halfway if they can in the next couple of moves. They're not going to go very far with this one. And this is where they need the likes of Danny Houghton, who picks the ball up here now, to act as a leader for them, to try and keep them in the game and not to get too dispirited. Those who've been around the block a time or two.
I'm sure he'll be speaking to the young lads and leading by example and really taking them forward. Brad Dwyer's on now. He'll bring some energy and some pace.
The Wiganer.
Yeah.
Got a big Lancashire accent, has he?
Hard to understand sometimes. Him and Sam Walters.
28 now, Brad Dwyer, just come on. Played for 6 different clubs, so he must love the sport. The opportunities here again. Oh, he juggled with this one. As a result of which the chance is lost. You get the feeling at the moment that almost anybody in a Leeds Rhino shirt might get on the try sheet today. Looking
really dangerous. It's we're looking for it every time we go forward, which is a real promising sign for our attack.
Yeah, well, it would have been. It was Tom Briscoe who's on the end of that, but no try for him this time.
Yeah, just a little fumble.
Number 21 there, who's come on by the way, Johnston. Jordan Johnston, a 24-year-old, made his debut a couple of years ago in a victory over Leeds. I don't think there's going to be one of those today. Started his career at the famous Kells Amateur Club up in Cumberland.
Make some tough players from Cumbria, don't they?
Oh,
James Donaldson.
Yeah, James is back from suspension today. If he gets on, not spotted him yet.
He had a stint in the first half.
Yeah, that's why I've not seen him in the second now.
No.
Oh, he's done well to get that one away. Hull really do need the next score if they're to have any ambitions at all of winning this one. And there goes the hooker, another ooh. But that was nothing wrong. He's had thousands of those tackles throughout his career. This is the last tackle, very high up and under, as Eddie Waring, a commentating colleague of mine many years ago, used to say. His name is still synonymous. 26-6, Leeds Rhinos have really taken the second half by the scruff of the neck. And the band plays on.
Brad Dwyer bringing that energy, a little burst through the middle.
Yeah, Brad Dwyer making a typical Leeds break there. They've certainly been more capable than Hull today of that sort of a break.
Yeah, Jack Walker on now, so another challenge for the Hull to put up with.
Yeah. Absolutely vital tackle there.
First involvement as well for him.
Sure, the players, well, they can't look at a clock in particular, but they'll know there's still 25 minutes of what is a grueling game to go. They'll need a breather, they'll need a lie down, I imagine. I've seen some horrendous sights in dressing rooms over the years.
Yeah, they'll have all had the second win now. They won't be feeling too bad. The game's got a steady flow to it.
Yeah, it has. It's got a good flow to it as Hull FC do drive forward with Lovadua. My apologies if that's not quite the correct pronunciation for the Fijian hooker on debut here for Hull. Big kick. The man is underneath it. What's it feel like when you're under a ball like that and it's coming down from about 30 feet?
Yeah, you can sometimes hear the fans, but you just try and, you do it every day. It's second nature to you, and you just try not to think too much about it.
Concentration.
Yeah, 100%. Just focus on the ball.
Leeds haven't actually scored for 6 or 7 minutes now, but it was a really terrible start to the second half for Hull. And Leeds put a stranglehold on the game with that scoreline, which is 26-6 at the moment. And you'd certainly fancy them to get to 30 from a standing start here. There's a gap to be found on the right-hand side for Briscoe. The crowd still hoping he's going to get another. Well, they'd love him to get a hat-trick, of course, today.
Yeah,
one will do.
Still plenty of time for him to get a couple more.
Yeah, forced into touch this time. It's remarkable to have played since, for 15 seasons with 2 clubs. That is an extraordinary record.
Yeah, he's had a great career, and still plenty of time left, 100%.
That opposition try line must seem an awful long way away to these Hull players right now.
Yeah, you've just got to get in the arm wrestle and break it down bit by bit, and try and work, force an error or get your send down there.
Yeah, complete your sets for one. As Brad Fash was the one who was driving forward there. Now he picks himself up.
Oh, knocked by Liam Sutcliffe.
Yeah. Yeah, Liam Sutcliffe has had a very interesting career. Very early on he went to Bradford Bulls, and it gave him a new impetus. I think loans are very good for a lot of players.
Yeah, I think it's great. You get into play senior rugby, I played a couple of games at Featherstone, I played a couple of games at Batley on loan, and it really gets you ready for coming into the Super League team and playing at the highest level.
What was that like for you, playing for your hometown club?
Yeah, really good. You know, I know most of the people, and it was just a great feeling and opportunity. And same, you know, playing for Leeds, obviously such a great club.
Yeah, there are one or two homegrown talents out there. I've mentioned about Sutcliffe being a Leeds boy. There are one or two born in Hull who are wearing the colours of the Early Birds, as they've always been nicknamed. I don't even think that the Leeds fans would begrudge Hull another try. They've just got the one, and ironically they've got it in the first 2 minutes. Houghton. And maybe this time calmly taken the chance of a breakout here for Leeds. Depends how quickly they can do it and how much support there is there.
Jack Walker showing his footwork there.
Yeah, nice to see Jack Walker on. Made an impact immediately, didn't he, when he got into the side.
Yeah, Jared O'Connor as well, taking a carry there.
Figured in the grand final victory against Castleford, Jack Walker. Just 22, got a hat-trick on his debut actually in a Challenge Cup tie against Doncaster. But the Leeds Rhinos faithful are hoping there will be another score shortly. We've had an hour here and they are in possession of the ball. And that's a lovely ball as well. He is away, and who's going to get the score? There he goes. Right on the shoulder, and Blake Austin has the score. Very unselfish play as well, but it is Blake Austin's name that goes on the try sheet.
Yeah, I think Zane could have got there himself if he put his foot down, but opting to give Austin a run to the line.
Well, you can watch this sort of a try time and again. Here's the break.
Great feet and hands by Jared to put Zane through there.
Yeah, but as you can hear on the tannoy, the name is Blake Austin, and he's in for his first try of the season. The 30-year-old, born in rugby league country in Parramatta. What a great name, the Parramatta Eagles in Australia. As you say, Zane could have got there himself, I think. There's Zane Tetivano, also from Australia, of course, from Newcastle Knights and Sydney Roosters. In fact, his last try was scored for Sydney Roosters, so he really was unselfish.
Yeah, didn't. Tommy Briscoe taking the kick there.
Yeah.
Got his goal.
That was predictable, wasn't it? That Tom Briscoe would put his name on any sort of a list today, and I'm not sure if he's ever kicked a goal in his career.
No, I doubt he will have. Made it look easy then, though.
Yeah. You'd have kicked that one.
With my eyes closed.
Well, they've got beyond the 30-point barrier. Well, I said before, a long 20 minutes to go. It's a long 18 now for Hull FC. Well, the scoreline looks emphatic. To be fair, at half-time, there wasn't a great deal in it. 10-6, wasn't it? So, Rhinos have come up with 22 points already this half.
Just showing the fitness of the side and that they can keep going and motor on through games.
A bit more penetration about Leeds Rhinos than there has about Hull today. They've just found the gaps better.
Yeah, taking his chances really well, poking through the line at every opportunity as Brad Dwyer goes again.
Yeah, so they're an unstoppable force, but they're beginning to look that way. And the game has certainly slipped away from Hull FC now, you would think. So you need somebody to take responsibility for this one. It is not back. Leeds still have the ball, and here they come again in a menacing position. It will surely go left. Didn't quite manage to get the ball away, so still the determination there from Hull, and Houghton, of course, amongst the tacklers, as he always is. He turns up everywhere.
Incredible work rate. He's never going to shy away from anything, and yeah, just everywhere where he needs to be.
That's why I said earlier, the Hull-born Danny Houghton has made his debut in 2007, 15 years ago, but the Super League's top tackler on 6 occasions. 6 seasons, that is incredible.
A mega achievement, yeah.
Leeds Rhinos 32, Hull FC 6. There he is once more for Hull FC, and this one is a steepling kick, but straight into the arms under no pressure at all. You don't mind those coming your way, I suspect.
Yeah, you get a good look at it, and then you get 20 metres to go at the opposition.
Yeah, Ash Handley, of course, number 5. Vice captain, a number of the homegrown talent, born in Leeds here, Ash Handley. Scored 2 tries in the Challenge Cup final of 2020. And had a try scoring opportunity really today, Handley. It seems to have been centred down the other side of the pitch. As it is now. Briscoe awaiting the pass.
I think they were just running out of space there. Mellor did well to get down and stay away from the touchline.
Briscoe's number is harder to read than any of the other players, by the way, simply because the white has come off it. It looks to be in gold now.
He's got photos from all his career on his number, so if you look at the number up close, it's got tributes of all his career highlights and photos on there.
I'm glad you enlightened us about that, because I was looking down at it and I thought it's got a gold crest on it somehow, but that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, it'll be a special shirt for him to keep
On Tom's big day. This fellow leads from the front, doesn't he, Brad Fash?
Yeah, I don't know if he's been...
England Knights player. Huge punt downfield. Once again, routine type of catch here. Who's going to come up with the next big play? That's what we ask. Often tries are scored late in games as legs tie up. There will be some weary limbs out there this evening, that's for certain. Less than quarter of an hour remaining. It's definitely a good warm-up for both sides. You might get beaten, but you learn things in defeats, as the Hull coach, Brett Hodgson, will have done today.
Ooh.
Well, that's definitely a penalty for Hull FC. That was not a nice take. And the referee quite right to award the penalty kick.
Yeah, Bentley just getting his timing a bit wrong there.
Sort of thing that you see throughout many games. Players have to make instant decisions as the ball spirals up our way. I think Hull would be happy to keep the score as it is now. Nobody likes to go for 40 or 50.
No, yeah, they'll be trying to keep the score as low as possible, and Leeds will just be trying to play some controlled, building pressure rugby, getting used to that set for set stuff. Another penalty there. Ripping the ball.
There have been so many interchanges, it's hard to keep track of everybody on there. You said Jack Walker, wearing number 1, has come on at full-back in the last few minutes and done well since he's come on as well. See, Danny Houghton is going off to a loud chant. Opportunity for Hull here. Just needs one good pass, one good breakthrough. Good job that didn't land in Leeds' hands. Otherwise there might have been another score to come.
Good offload and play on.
Yeah, good quick thinking
Great tackle from James Donaldson there.
Yeah, it's good to see James back. Started his career at Bradford. Being a very, very good servant to the sport, the entire sport. Whistle's gone. Penalty. Well, probably they should be quick about this and try and get another try on the board here. Hull. So they're not going for the kick. Ball in the hands of Lovadua. There he is. On debut. And they deserve a second score. Oh, I don't think they'll quite get it that way. Route 1. And, no gap to be found either there.
Another
whistle
penalty.
The referee again. It's mounting the penalty count.
I think Austin went a bit early then.
Well, it's number 20 going forward, but it's not Tom Briscoe. This is the Hull number 20, of course, who is Leon Stewart. Finally, it's all founded, and losing the ball there does not help the Hull cause whatsoever, and they're stuck on the score that they were on after 2 minutes.
So early in the count, losing the ball, they just needed to play the set out, build some pressure.
Well, Leeds well ahead, and I'm sure Richard Agar, hope he's going to get better soon. Unable to attend today, the Leeds Rhinos coach, but he'll be encouraged by what he's seen. There'll be things to work on in training, as you will find out, no doubt.
Yeah, that's the great work there by Leeds to drag him into touch.
There you can see the number 20 on the back of Tom Briscoe that was referred to.
Now the other halfback's been sin binned.
Yeah.
Caesar for dissent. Wasn't happy with the decision there.
Sort of thing that happens quite regularly in this sport. So I'm afraid it's the end of the afternoon for Aidan Caesar. He won't be figuring again. He's had a good afternoon though. The player from the Indigenous All-Stars, ex-Huddersfield, now very much Leeds Rhinos, and helped to set up one of the scores early on today. I think any thoughts of a Hull victory went out of the window a long time ago, but at least they've still got the spirit to come forward and to try and make another impact on the contest. I think Charlie Seaver was the player on the ball a moment ago, another who doesn't, well, his name is there but hardly readable. Talking of which, it's a late rally from Hull FC. Is this? They've done quite well in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they've managed to stop that relentlessness from Leeds, but as they come up with an error.
Yeah,
Jack Walker's away.
So we've got Walker on a charge. Just can't get the ball away.
Yeah,
that's typical play from him.
Yeah, great direct play from Jack there.
Yeah, he's quickly become a popular figure here at Headingley as Jack Walker.
Coming back into some good form after a really long spell out, and I think credit to him, he's worked really hard when no one's been watching, in the gym and long days to get back to where he is, and he deserves it.
Yeah, those are very lonely days, aren't they, when you're in the treatment room. A brisk attack here from the Rhinos. Let's see if there's anything on the end of this one.
Tackle can't be restarted. No need to force anything.
Yeah, that was James Donaldson again, leading from the front, looking for support. The gaps might just start to appear here. Briscoe's waiting, hoping his hands get on the ball.
The Hull defence do well to cut that out.
I suppose the perfect finale to the day would be a Tom Briscoe try. Converted by Briscoe, of course.
Yeah, a kick from the sideline.
Yeah, that would bring the house down. But Leeds are looking for the score.
Going the direct route.
2 feet away. Is this the last one?
There he is.
Simple as you like. But another typical Rhino score.
Great deception from Brad Dwyer there, and Reece Martin in a hard line is going to be unstoppable there.
Yeah, nice moment for him coming on in this second half. Reece Martin, he's kicked a couple of goals, but now he's got to try to go to his name as well, and it was simple.
Is Tommy going to have the kick again?
Yeah,
looks
tying
like
up the bootlace, so he got over with his bootlaces all over the shop. Yeah, it looks like he's going to kick the goal as well. So
Reece might be just giving him some tips.
Yeah, leave it to Tom.
Watching over him.
Yeah. It might look simple, but I'm sure when you're standing there, is this the final moment for him to put his name on a score sheet in his testimonial? Didn't get the try, should get the goal. It is straightforward, no mistake, big cheer from around Headingley, and Briscoe, he's got 1 try, 4 points, 2 goals, another 4, 8 in all. The Leeds have hit 38. So his day is complete almost.
Almost, yeah, there's always time, isn't there? There's 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a common feature of testimonial matches to allow the day whose career is the player whose career is being honoured to kick a goal or 2 and score a try 2 if they can. Restart will come from the boot of Darnell McIntosh, and his debut after that ruptured Achilles tendon halted his career for a while. Such a good servant to Huddersfield. Well, the crowd are singing, they're chanting. We've lost the trumpeter for the moment, which is a relief for the commentators possibly. Well, we like a bit of musical accompaniment. It's never been obtrusive. Chase on down here, decisions to be made, ball allowed to run out of play.
Great kick there. Get his breath back and get ready to defend up here.
Yeah, Luke, of course, Luke Gale went off, and that was a big blow. He went off for the 10 minutes, hasn't come back, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, probably a planned change at half-time anyway.
Yeah.
Give some of these young Hull FC boys a chance to show what they've got.
Yeah.
And of course I don't want any more injuries going into the season.
Absolutely, especially with the catalogue of injuries that they are suffering right now. So the scoreline doesn't look good, but there is some heart, I think, for Hull FC from this performance.
Yeah, it could have been a landslide with the way the start of the second half are going, so done well to weather that storm from Leeds.
Correct, I think Leeds got 3 tries in about 7 or 8 minutes, didn't you? You
yeah,
thought, well, this could be a 50 or 60 job.
Without Hull even touching the ball, so yeah, big credit there.
Yeah, credit where credit's due, as they do have hands on ball with Leon Stewart. One of those eager to make an impact and finally getting the pass away as well, and so they have made another
one more pass
yards,
pass there, and there could have been away.
Yeah, it was Lavodier. Safe pair of hands. Who would you say stood out for Leeds Rhinos today, Jack?
I think Caesar's directed us round really well, obviously got on the score sheet and has had a big say. I think Fossatua going forward has been unstoppable, found his front every time, and if we ever needed a quick play of the ball, we could look for him, and he were really hungry. So Fossatua has been great for us. Obviously Tommy getting a try, he's been good. You can't forget about him on his testimonial.
Yeah, and for me, Cruz Leeming as well, who got that first score, which was very important. Trying to pass the ball back when you're sitting on your backside is not always easy.
Yeah, no, not the best there from Jack. Hard ball to take there, a bit unlucky.
Well, it's a minute and a quarter to go, and then they can all go away for a well-earned breather in the dressing rooms. Just one last chance, maybe, if Leeds get the ball from the scrums. Almost looks strange to see scrums back.
Yeah, it's a weird, especially from the middle of the pitch as well. So used to him being on the scrum line, and now obviously you have the option 10, 20, and in the middle of the pitch. So it'll create some good chances for teams to get plays on.
I think he was right to have them today, though, because that's the way it's going to be from now on again.
You need to get used to him. Yeah, Leeds would have played a game going into round one with no scrums, if not.
Another
great line speed from Donaldson.
Yeah, no question it was too high. There's nothing wrong with it. That's your rugby league for you. A learning experience for some of these players as well, who've probably not played against such strong opposition. That's a good fling out here, and there is a chance down that right touch line.
Brad Dwyer there to hit him, and then the boys to back him up and put him in touch. Great scramble defence.
Yeah. We haven't had a fracas today.
No, it's been played in good spirits.
Most rugby league matches have at least one.
Yeah, tensions obviously flare because everyone's wanting to win, and it's such a competitive game, and the nature that people play it does happen.
Yeah, I remember Gary Schofield did a game here, said that's just a bit of rough and tumble.
Yeah, it's you don't mind it. Good for fans, they always love it.
Yes, they do. So we're up to the 80-minute mark. We are playing the additional time. Leeds have recorded a victory. Leeds Rhinos on the Tom Briscoe testimonial day. He'll be pleased about that. And there is the final hooter. So I think a thoroughly enjoyable occasion, hopefully a useful occasion for the two coaches as well. The crowd has come to salute Tom Briscoe. They got what they wanted, he got what he wanted with one of the scores. At half-time it was pretty even. Hull had got their first try of the match, scored in only the second minute through Adam Swift. As it happened, they didn't get another one. Luke Gale converted that, but then it was one-way traffic. The tries coming at regular intervals once Cruz Leeming had got Leeds off the mark, and they ended up with a number of tries to their name, which is why we have that full-time scoreline here of Leeds Rhinos 38, Hull FC 6. And those other try scorers, well, there was one for Liam Sutcliffe. We'll see them all in a moment anyway, so I won't run down the catalogue. But Jack Broadbent, what are your final thoughts about the game and the occasion?
A real professional performance from Leeds in that second half. They come out fighting, and free try. So great start to the second half and professional performance, because I think when it gets like that you can end up throwing the ball about and getting off track. So they did really well to just keep putting them in the corners, completing the sets, and stick with the process.
Well, these are the moments in the second half. Ball moving around, to say Briscoe always on the end of things, and he cuts inside here, and that's the moment that he wanted. It's the moment the Headingley crowd wanted for a really true loyal servant, not just to two clubs, these two clubs today, but to the sport of rugby league as well.
Yeah, well, they've all come together for Tommy today, and great to see everyone. I'm sure the people in the South Stand will be hanging about below us to give him a clap and cheer him off the field.
Yeah, we're showing you the tries here now. Some of them pretty routine as Leeds managed to knock over the whole defence in a rip-roaring start to the second half. Well, there's some super scores, but good team tries as well, coming in regularity. I say they came from Briscoe, from Caesar, from Myler. Richie Myler's one of the best of the afternoon. we continue to show you these scores which culminated in one for Martin, the Australian, Reece Martin. But it's been a spectacular afternoon which has been thoroughly enjoyable as a viewer. This was the Richie Myler score in the corner. He'd started things off and he finished things off as well. And you really thought at that moment that Hull might go on to a really heavy defeat. But as it turned out, there weren't too many more scores. And Blake Austin there.
Great feat by Jared there.
And then
he'll love
the
that.
final score, all very unselfish as well. That was the Blake Austin try. And the last one of the afternoon coming up for you here now was scored by Reece Martin, who kicked a couple of goals, one of them spectacular. So it's been a joyful day for several players.
Yeah, great team performance. I think shared the workload out really well, and they'll be really happy with that.
And I hope you're happy with your first stint as a co-commentator.
Yeah, it's not been too bad. I hope I've done all right.
You did fine. And I think the afternoon is concluding with an interview on the pitch with Tom Briscoe, which hopefully the fans will hear. So that's the end of the afternoon's proceedings here. The Tom Briscoe testimonial ended in a comprehensive victory for Leeds Rhinos. It's all about what's to come in the season which lies ahead. Just 3 weeks away now from the big kick-off. But both sides will take something from this. I think Brett Hodgson knew that it was going to be a difficult afternoon for his whole side here. And they got a bit of a false start, really, didn't they, with getting the first score?
Yeah, like the first half it could have gone either way. Obviously they had a few injuries, and in the second half they didn't have their probably two most instrumental players in Jake Connor and Luke Gale out there to steer him around the field, so probably lacking that that spark that them two have created that you saw in the first try. But yeah, I don't think he'll be too worried about that. He's got to see how his young players have gone as well.
Yeah, so we wish Richard Agar well. He'll be back to spearhead the Leeds Challenge again in the forthcoming season. But the Leeds players taking a well-earned breather now. I think they're waiting for a final salute from the man of the day.
Yeah, they're just watching some highlights on the big screen of Tommy's career, and there's some pretty special ones, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes, he didn't have to get one like that today. The one he did score was from about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, like you said, they're all 4 points.
So that is it from Headingley for this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We've been treated to plenty of tries, some of them spectacular, some of them in routine mode, but at least Tom Briscoe got the one, and that's what everybody came here today, to acknowledge what's been a wonderful career.
Yeah, I think he showed that today, and everyone will be, pleased for him to get over for one. So yeah, it just topped the day off, and obviously getting his couple of goals as well.
That really was spectacular. So Leeds fans are going away the happier of the two. I hope the whole fans have enjoyed it as well, though. The season's about to be upon us. We've kicked it off at the Tom Briscoe testimonial, which Leeds Rhinos have won against Hull FC by 38 points to 6.